Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight, Friday, the 5th of September 2014, still in Athens, enjoying the lovely weather that the Greek nature is offering us. This is John Faraclas from Allaboutshipping.co.uk on our 34th recapitulation of the indexes and geopolitics, which consists the market and the effects of the markets. Our title this month is called Gear Up for Surprises. There will be surprises, good surprises and bad surprises. For those that they have geared up, okay, that'll be fine. For those that they haven't and think they are, it will be a downfall. So be cautious. The Baltic Dry Index closed up, at 1,155 points since yesterday. It's the third week above the 1,000 points. Of course, it is 48.6% below the closing of December 2013, when it stood at 2,246 points. This differential of 1,092 points below that closing is an issue, isn't it? So, for the dry. For the wets, again, we have a case here to discuss later on. The shipping stock markets aren't either on a good shape. Some companies, they will stay there, they will remain strong and even expand or sustain what is to come. Others, they will go under. We are in a very crucial situation given the geopolitics, we will briefly analyze you later. So as we said, the BDI closed up 8 points yesterday, and it reached the 1,155. This is also up 8 points last week's 1,147 points. The BDI is something which we all have to pay attention to it, and it is important for many to go back to our last report to see some comparisons of what has happened in the past. The BCI closed up 19 points yesterday at 2,483, but 144 points down since last week's 2,627 points. This is, of course, something which we call volatility. So did I hear you say volatility here? The Panamax index, the BPI, closed up 4 points yesterday at 931, which is also 60 points since last week's closing of 871, a small rise here. The BSI was up again also 4 points at 997, which is 27 points since last week, 970 points. And equally, the BHSI was up 3 points since yesterday, which was 469 points, and also 27 points up, unlike the BSI, since last week. Once again, we repeat, caution here. We must exercise a considerable control of feelings and expectations, as things are not that easy and not that rosy, of course. The wets, on the other hand, as mentioned in the opening paragraphs of these reports, were both dropping. The mood again is a dropping mood, with the BDTI down 5 points last closing of yesterday, which also 45 points to 677 points from last week, 722. The cleans were down 1 point to 562 points since yesterday, but up 15 points since last week's 547 points. The world states now, Ukraine, still a long way to go. Will NATO flex its muscles? This is the wonder. Too many summits can cause side effects. Solution, please. Solution. Diplomats and strategies make or break. Or at least don't lie and make sure you don't come back with all these silly stories. Or better, say the truth. This is very, very important. People should say the truth. I don't know, it's, issues that people really don't understand how to handle, and I'm sure that, you should see that it will be music to their ears what they really, really want, and listen carefully and log on the word really music in the written report of this recapitulation. You must make it a mess again if you like, but don't make it a mess like you did in Afghanistan, in Iraq and in Libya. We talk about sanctions against Russia for over 70 years. 70 years. The Soviet people, which was, Russia is part of the former Soviet Union, they have lived in austerity, and we all know this. So they don't care really a damn about this, but it's enough. You don't know how they will react. They expand in very sensitive parts of the globe, and everybody, equal like Israel, is defending themselves. We agree at this point, we make a really breakthrough, and we say that like Israel is defending itself, the Russian people are defending themselves. Equally, the American people have to defend themselves. But I mean, let's clear out what is defending ourselves, the reality, the damage, the collateral damage, and the effects in our shipping industry. We don't like to see anymore, not just pirates attack, but terrorist attacks targeting our industry, on board or ashore. This is important. So let's make sure. The Middle East now, it's also an issue which we have to discuss and make it clear. And periphery. Two difficult solutions are given there because of the complexity and the inabilities to exercise a proper policy. I don't know what they're talking in Wales or whether they have talked in Wales these days, but it is important that these summits must put us on guard for every messy or for a messy eventuality there. Libya, OPS, OPSS, and KISS, keep it simple stupid. We have enough out of this. Europe is trying to find solutions on the financial fronts. Again, somebody must have the lead in Europe. Again, Greece, a nation to be watched. On the other hand, remember the English saying, too many cooks spoil the broth. We like to see somebody to take the lead and give an end to this. The Greek parties are talking nonsense. Others, they really want to pay back what they suppose the Greek state owes, but not via subjecting to unbelievable and despicable situations the Greek Republic. Others now, from their positions, they like to be more milder against Europe and they want to pay half of it. This is the biggest nonsense we just heard over the last 3 days. The farthest interesting things will still unfold there. Africa and the Ebola deadly virus, you have heard the news of the last 4 days, what is going on. It is very an unpleasant situation, and we would like to avoid seeing spreading surprises. Shipping can be affected, seafarers and all could be in danger. The high alert continues, and the same options should be watched worldwide, not just in the UK and the countries on ISIS's target list. This is ridiculous about ISIS. I'm saying this openly. Winners talk, losers they don't talk. And these people have to sit down and talk. The methods to attract the attention of the populations all over the world of what they're doing, I cannot find a word in my dictionary. And I'd like to be very rude, Guys, come down to your senses. Because, we in the West, we know how to retaliate. And the Greeks, we know even well. For those who revolt, we have shown what the Athenians had done to the citizens of the island of Milos. And you know dead well what we have done when we have subjected to the Persian Empire's willingness to occupy not just Greece but Europe. We went up to the end. We don't like to see these things happening again. It's enough. We must live in a peaceful environment. Or, if you believe to the old Greek saying, war father of all, if you don't destroy, you won't rebuild, then you have to pay the penalty. Then you have to be subjected as well to what the war gives you back. Now, on another tone now, our 10th summer tip for holidays. We go very, very south, to the tip of Africa, South Africa. Not to Cape Town, but to the most southern part of Africa, Cape Akulhas. An amazing spot, which is very important. It is the geographical tip of Africa and the official division of the points between the Atlantic Ocean and the Indian Ocean. It might be winter down there, but have a change, have fun. You can watch our videos and this latest video as soon as same is available. And we do want your constructive criticism, your comments on what you heard, and we wish you a lovely weekend. Thank you very much. This is John Faraclas from allaboutshipping.co.uk.